What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, YouTube family? This is the captain of your ship speaking, Neg96. Get ready to raise your anchor and set sail, because we're diving straight into our newest real-time attack run done over here on GTA Online as part of the Superyacht Life category. Over here I'll be touching up on a bunch of new strategies I haven't showcased in the past, because we are doing a new category much different than what you've seen in my prior videos with the doomsday heists and whatnot. Over here we're actually doing an entirely separate category altogether, and this is getting me very excited. So thanks for staying tuned, folks. I'm Neg96 over here. This is my channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do my best to touch up on and break down all the strategies I've showcased here on my videos here with nice in-depth commentaries. So if you guys enjoy what you see, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Stay tuned for more content in the channel. And I hope you enjoy this video here. Over here we actually have Virus. He's gonna be the host of the entire Superyacht Life real-time attack run. And if you notice here, Virus does have a playlist going on, so he actually has all 6 missions lined up together sequentially, and we'll be running them back to back. So after we finish one mission, it goes to the next mission, and so on and so forth until we get done with the last mission, which will ultimately end the timer. Over here we have a nice 2-player strategy for you guys, so we aren't doing the solo strategies some of you may have been previously accustomed to. Over here we have our own set roles that we're doing. And you'll notice throughout this video here, my roles will be more geared towards setting up Virus to being able to pursue and do his role in a faster pace. So I set him up accordingly, and he gets right to doing his roles in a nice and efficient, quick and efficient pace. Over here I have his POV shown over there on the top right side of the screen, and a timer for split and reference purposes. Over here, if you notice in the splitter, I have all the missions, the name of the missions, and the order we'll be doing them here. The timer is going to start up momentarily now on control. Boom, timer started, and we are starting off with the first mission of the run, which in this case is Overboard. Over here I did jump in the chopper here with Virus, and Virus is piloting the chopper at this given time. Our 2-player strategy here is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. What Virus is gonna do now, he's actually gonna go off to the yellow marker you see on the map here and actually drop me off, so I can take care of the first wave of stragglers. Folks, the way this game or this mission here works, the way the first checkpoint triggers is you actually have to take care of the first wave of stragglers. Once they're taken care of, the second checkpoint triggers straight off the bat. So if you notice here, Virus is doing a nice 180 nosedive there and dropping me off right here. Had a little fall over there, but no big time losses, thankfully. And I'm actually getting rid of the first set of stragglers here on Sea Sharks. Now I'm shimmying right over the ledge, getting on foot and taking care of the last 2 stragglers on foot here. I'm applying the nice third-person speed trick here, so I can get to the second target much faster, and switching right into first person so I can get the straight locks on him. Now folks, another thing I didn't mention is that this whole real-time attack run is set on the hardest difficulty, which is hard mode, and hard mode does grant you an extra life. Now another boundary we have with the Superyacht Life real-time attack run we're showcasing here today. Another boundary is that one of us could die, but the mission won't be over for all of us, right? So in this case, I actually took out both of my stocks of HP, and now Virus is the only one continuing on with the mission. So this is actually integrated in our two-player strategy. I'll actually be dying on some of the missions here just so Virus could have all master controls to himself, and he'll be able to control when we finish the mission, because he'll be closest to the drop-off marker in the final checkpoint there, which triggers the end of the mission we're on over here. So over here, Virus did his role. If you noticed on the top right hand side of the screen, he took out his boats and he used his chopper here, and boom, he triggered the end of the first mission, Overboard. Now folks, if you want to check out Virus's POV, you know, full screen and whatnot, rather than seeing this little miniature player on my video here, I actually attached a link in the description below, so go ahead and check that out. Virus's POV, very handy if you want to cross-reference his strategies, because, you know, arguably Virus does take on some of the more, I want to say, direct and aggressive strategies than me. I do some more of the secondary and supplementary strategies for some of the missions. But for other missions like Icebreaker, for instance, and we'll be touching up on that momentarily, a lot of the weight goes on my shoulders, you know, for needing to have a smooth drive or having to get to the current objective we need to go to first in an efficient manner, while Virus sets me up. Anyway, we got done with Overboard, and now we're starting off with the next mission, Salvage. In this mission, Virus is actually going to fly us to a barge, and I'm going to be tasked with picking up a variety of underwater cargo. How exciting, huh? Over here, we just jumped in the chopper now, and thankfully the barge isn't too far away here, so Virus is taking us right to that drop-off there. And over here, if you notice in the menu map, we already triggered our cargo objectives, so I went ahead and timed my jump off out of the chopper there into the water, and I'm immediately starting on picking up my own cargo crates. If you notice Virus's POV, he parked his chopper on the barge, and he's collecting his own cargoes as well. He's not collecting as many as I am, because he does need to go back to the chopper and take off and go towards the next objective there, while I'm going to stay behind and collect the rest of the cargoes here. So Virus got his last cargo there. He's heading straight to the barge now. Notice, folks, we're all running this in first person. First person gives, you know, it makes this whole experience much smoother than third person, and it makes it seem much faster as well. So now that I'm done with my final crate, Virus is heading off to the Galaxy Superyacht there, and immediately making his landing. And what a good landing that was, ladies and gents. Now he's jumping right off, gearing right into first person with the assault shotgun for close quarter combat, and immediately taking care of all the enemies on the Galaxy Superyacht. He did a nice, quick, hasty job there. Right upon finishing all the enemies on the Galaxy Superyacht, we're tasked with the next objective, which is having to secure the kidnapped captain and the bartender of the ship on a remote island not too far away from the yacht. So over here, Virus is putting in the work while I'm over here beating people up with a flashlight. That isn't part of the strategy, guys. You know, I'm not saving time by beating up folks with the flashlight. Just putting that out there. Although it is quite fun to do while I wait up for Virus. So he did his quick initial clear with the hostage situation there, and he waited for the captain to get into the chopper there. Now that the captain's secured, we're gonna trigger the end of the mission now by dropping him off at the helipad. Boom. That's salvage there, done for you folks. And now we're on our way to the next mission, All Hands. All Hands is a pretty fun one, folks. I've had a bit of experience with this one now, playing with Virus and whatnot. Virus is going to be tasked with having to operate a Tula while he goes in, what is it, horizontal mode. Or no, actually it's vertical mode, where he actually extinguishes all the fires we have at various sites with his water, and he has a limited supply of water charges that he uses on these fire sites, and I'm tasked with kind of clearing the way for him. He's pretty much doing all the work in this mission, so you guys will see what strategy we do here momentarily, since it is the 1 life restriction on hard mode. We take full advantage of that and actually use it to my advantage in this mission here. So we're starting up on All Hands right now. Boom. Right upon control. And we're getting right into the chopper. Folks, I did have to swap into my captain uniform again because, you know, what kind of run would this be if I wasn't the captain of my ship? You know how it goes. So we're coming up on the next objective now. We're heading straight to LSIA inside one of the hangars. And boom, we have an immediate spawn of the objective there. We have 2 Tulas in hand, and we have all these enemies on ground level. Thankfully, the game doesn't task you with having to clear all the enemies, so Virus is actually going straight for the Tula there, while I get to play around with some of the enemies here, get a couple kills. Now that all enemies are taken care of for the most part, a couple stragglers still remaining, I actually suicide there with a sticky at that particular position, which then instantly spawns me into an already airborne buzzard. Would you take a look at that, folks? Groundbreaking. So I'm in the buzzard now, heading straight towards Virus, who's in the Tula now, and he's actually going to the very first site now, the first objective where he's going to take care of the fires. I'm going to be right on his 6 o'clock taking care of all of the opposing choppers that come within our perimeter. If you notice there, Virus did try to speed up the flight of the Tula there by briefly landing in the water and going into horizontal mode so he could drop in a quick GTAO boost, which gained him more momentum to the first site. Got that buzzard there, well taken care of. Now Virus is underway to completing his first site. Now this buzzard here is giving me a little bit of trouble. Nothing major though. Can't really get missile lock on at that close range. So I went ahead, dropped in my machine guns. I went for some more damage there. Boom, took care of that buzzard. Now going straight towards Virus's next objective so I could give him some more perimeter cover fire. That's that buzzard there, well taken care of. And we're coming up on the next buzzard here. Made nice quick work of that one. And now, ladies and gents, we've secured all the perimeters in the mission, and Virus is now heading straight to the yacht where he's going to finish all hands, which is going to activate the next split of this real-time attack run. Pretty decent time here, and nice pace done by Virus. He was able to get some nice speed boosts in there as well, get some nice momentum flowing. While I lolly around in the buzzard here. Ooh, check out this under the bridge. Insane stump bonus, folks. Alright, Virus is almost at the final drop off here. And he successfully landed that Tula, made it stationary, which triggered the end of that mission. Now we have our next mission coming up, folks, Icebreaker, which is personally one of my favorite missions in the Superyacht Life playlist. And I'll be showing you guys what role I actually tackle on firsthand. So I'll give you a nice little overview of what it's looking like before we actually started. What Virus actually does is he's actually going to take care of all the AC ventilation units with his minigun and his RPG, while I take care of the AC units that are in my direct path, because my priority is getting straight to the the Benson. That's what the vehicle is called, the big van looking thing. My priority is getting to the Benson truck straight away while taking care of all the objectives in my path. And of course I'm doing this all while wearing my sailor hat, which I need to put on. Boom, there we go. Now I'm pretty much invisible, folks. I got my sailor hat on. Now we have Virus here piloting the chopper, making his way over here, slowly coming into the descent at the site we need to reach. Making a nice quick landing there. And I'm immediately jumping out, staying in third person, jumping along this side railing and immediately falling there and going into a quick third person snack buff. And heading straight to this little area here where I take care of this one AC unit. While I stay by the Benson's doors, ready to get in once Virus secures the final AC unit, which triggers the Benson. Now, just like I did in the prior missions, folks, Virus is taking full advantage of blowing himself up with the sticky bomb, which grants him a nice spawn. As you've seen here, Virus is actually taking care of this NPC vehicle, and the vehicle he's taking care of now has pretty decent speed to it, so he's actually going to be helping me a lot here by coming up right on my 6 o'clock and offering me a speed bonus by bumping in the back of my Benson. Now over here I'm doing my best to not get into any incidents, as you've just witnessed there. This Benson path is all about having a clean drive to the final objective. Virus is coming up on his way now. Boom, right there. He gives me a nice speed bonus. Thankfully, I didn't crash into that car directly in front of me. I was able to swivel just to the left of it, right in time. And right to the final drop-off. Boom. That's going to be the final trigger for Icebreaker, ladies and gents. That's the strategy we use there. Nice, quick, and effective. And it gets the job done rather quickly. Right now we're coming up on the next mission, which is going to be Voyage. This mission's all about testing our close quarters combat and clearing out the enemies that come on aboard our yacht as quickly as we can. But before we get into it, folks, this is a friendly reminder from your captain of today's run, Neg96. Always remember to stay hydrated, folks. Hydration is key to a well and sustained, healthy, balanced lifestyle. Especially important if you're gaming or watching this real-time attack run over here. Remember to stay hydrated, folks, because you never know. You know, you won't drink water for a bit, you might become dehydrated, and then you'll become tired all of a sudden, and you'll wonder why. It's because you haven't been drinking your fluids. Cheers. Alright, starting up on Voyage right now. Our strategy is pretty straightforward here. Virus is taking one half of the ship while I'm taking the other half, and we're focusing fire on taking our own respective enemies that come on our sides here. Now we have to be especially aware of the incoming choppers that come over here and the incoming boats as well. The choppers I try to take out with my RPG by using the RPG a reload cancel macro. That does take a bit of takes a bit of practice there, but you'll see me put it into effect when I need it. We have another chopper here, kind of anticipating its path there and blowing it up right as it flies right into my missile. Over here I tried doing the same. Fortunately had a misfire. And boom. That's the chopper secured over there. Now I have one more straggler here. Really annoying straggler too, you know, he was hiding pretty well there. I had to run right up to him. And I set up some stickies as traps there for the next wave of incoming stragglers that come from that little door there. Taking care of that boat there with the explosive sniper rifle. That's been secured. Climbing up for a nice vantage here. Taking care of that chopper, going into a reload cancel. Nice reload cancel macro. Going for another takedown on the enemies there. Health's getting to be really low here, so a couple snacks in there. And trying to get eyes on this boat here. That boat in the far distance was taken care of. There's another boat here, really pesky. Really pesky boat that's kind of glued to the side of the yacht here. Had to look down to get him. And now we're coming up on the final stragglers there, which will complete Bon Voyage, ladies and gents. Boom, that's the next split of the run done right there for Bon Voyage. Which brings us to the last mission of today's real-time attack run, D-Day. You know, a silly thing about final missions, you always expect them to be a little longer, a bit harder, right? As you've noticed in some of the final missions we got going on for Doomsday in our cases, right, for the previous real-time attack runs I've showcased. But in this case, D-Day actually tends to be the shortest one, even though we're tasked with defeating a boss. There's a known exploit we use here, which pretty much shortcuts all of that and instantly gives us a mission clear, because the game detects the final boss being killed by one of us by executing certain things. Virus will do here momentarily. So I'll touch up on that strategy here. Setting the mood right here with the sun about to set. Golden hour, ladies and gents. We both got in the chopper here. Now Virus is making his way to the barge. At the barge there's going to be two submersible submarines known as the Kraken. Nice jump over here. And tried to pull off a nice landing there, but couldn't quite do it. So I skid along the Kraken. And now I'm in the Kraken, and I'm coming right out of the Kraken there, which triggers Virus's next objective. And that's pretty much all there is to it, folks. That's all I'm doing for this run on my end. Now we're just going to take a nice glance at Virus's POV and see what he does now. If you notice, he did gain some altitude there with his chopper right after I triggered his objective there. And now he's going for a straight nosedive, a diagonal nosedive into the yacht. Because Virus kills himself in this way, the game spawns him into a Kraken that's already submersed in the water. And because the game spawned him in this way, it also triggers the boss's death, which is a huge time save for us. Now we're coming up on the final dialogue lines for this real-time attack run over here. And then that's the run right there, folks. That's the final split. D-Day and the Superyacht Life. Done with a total time of 28:40, which is our current PB. Tracked against current console world record PB, which was done on the next gen version on Xbox Series X. Of course, our run here is done on PS4, so it's the current gen, not the next gen. So that right there is our newest updated time for this heist category here, the Superyacht Life. Well, folks, I'm Neg96. Thanks for staying tuned into the run. If you liked what you saw there, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button once again and stay tuned for the next runs I have planned. Once again, if you want to check out Virus's POV, that's linked in the description below. I really hope you liked today's strategies, ladies and gents, and I had such a big pleasure to break them down for you. And real glad you could be part of this run here with me. Stay safe, folks. Stay activated. Stay tuned for the next Neg96 video. Y'all take care. It's been a pleasure.